Have you noticed that after the age of 60, your digestive system no longer works the way it used to? Foods that once felt completely familiar may now leave you bloated, uncomfortable, or even feeling heavy throughout the day. And what many people don't realize is, the problem is not just age. It may also be that your body is missing the natural support it needs. But here is the surprising part. Some of the simplest solutions for digestion are not found in a pharmacy. They may be growing right on your balcony, in a small garden, or even in a little pot inside your home. There are certain herbs that are extremely easy to grow and require very little care. Yet they may help support digestion, reduce bloating, and help your body feel lighter every day. And in this video, you're going to discover some of the easiest plants to grow. Yet, they may offer benefits that many people have overlooked. If any of them feel familiar to you, don't hesitate to let us know in the comments. 1. Artichoke. Artichoke is a very valuable herb for the digestive system, especially for people over 60. When the body's ability to digest fat, release bile, and process food often becomes slower. The most notable benefit of artichoke is its ability to support the function of the liver and gallbladder. Natural compounds found in artichoke leaves, especially cynarin and antioxidants, may help stimulate the flow of bile. Bile plays an important role in helping the body break down fat, so artichoke may help reduce feelings of bloating, heaviness, slow digestion, or discomfort after meals that are high in oil or fat. In addition, artichoke may also help soothe symptoms of functional indigestion, such as burping, mild nausea, pressure in the upper abdomen, or the feeling that food takes a long time to digest after eating. For older adults who often have a poor appetite or feel sluggish after meals, warm artichoke tea may be a gentle option to support daily digestion. Artichoke also contains natural fiber, which helps support bowel activity and keeps the elimination process more regular. Beyond its digestive benefits, artichoke is also known for supporting liver function and may help with mild cholesterol management. However, this should only be seen as a supportive effect, not a replacement for medication or a healthy diet. In daily use, artichoke can be taken as tea, cooked in soup, or steamed and eaten directly. People over 60 should use it in moderate amounts and avoid drinking it too strong or too often. Those with gallstones, bile duct obstruction, or gallbladder disease should consult a doctor before using artichoke to ensure safety. 2. Licorice. Licorice is an herb known for its remarkable ability to soothe the digestive system, especially for people over 60. When the stomach lining often becomes more sensitive and more easily irritated by spicy foods, sour foods, oily meals, or prolonged stress. What makes licorice especially notable is its ability to help protect the lining of the digestive tract. Certain compounds in licorice may help ease burning sensations, discomfort, mild, dull stomach pain, and support the body's recovery after periods of poor digestion. Licorice is also often mentioned in cases of sensitive stomach, mild acid reflux, or indigestion caused by irritation. When used in small amounts as a warm tea, licorice may create a soothing feeling in the throat and stomach, making the next meal feel more comfortable. A special form of licorice called DGL is licorice with much of the glycyrrhizin removed. It is often considered for supporting the stomach lining because it may reduce the risk of affecting blood pressure compared with regular licorice. However, the evidence for DGL in acid reflux is still limited, and more research is needed. In terms of growing, licorice can be grown at home, but it requires deep, loose, well-draining soil because its roots grow long. The plant prefers sunlight and is better suited for a garden or a large pot. However, licorice should not be used casually, especially by people over 60. The NCCIH warns that licorice contains glycyrrhizin, which may cause high blood pressure, low potassium, irregular heartbeat, and fluid retention if used in large amounts or over a long period of time. People with high blood pressure, heart disease, kidney disease, or those taking medication should consult a doctor before using licorice. 3. Mugwort. Mugwort is an herb commonly used to support digestion, especially for people over 60, when the stomach and intestines may become weaker, slower, and more sensitive to cold foods, oily meals, or hard-to-digest dishes. The most notable feature of mugwort is its mildly bitter taste and warming nature. In herbal traditions, Bitter plants are often used to stimulate the taste buds, awaken the appetite, and support the body in producing digestive fluids more effectively. Because of this, mugwort may help reduce feelings of bloating, poor appetite, coldness in the stomach, or sluggishness after meals. Beyond its digestive support, mugwort is also valued for its potential to ease mild intestinal cramping. For older adults who often experience dull abdominal discomfort, uneasiness after eating, or irregular digestion when the weather changes, a small amount of mugwort in a warm dish may help the body feel more comfortable. However, medical sources such as the NCCIH state that there is still very limited human research on mugwort, so it should not be considered a replacement treatment for digestive diseases. In everyday life, mugwort can be used in soup, cooked with eggs, or brewed into a light tea. For people over 60, it should be used in small amounts and should not be made too strong or taken too often. In terms of growing, mugwort is fairly easy to cultivate, tolerates cold well, and can be grown in pots or in the garden, as long as the soil drains well and the plant gets enough light. However, caution is needed because mugwort may cause allergic reactions in some people, especially those who are allergic to plants in the daisy family, such as ragweed, pregnant women, people with a history of seizures, those taking long-term medications, or anyone with underlying health conditions should consult a doctor before using it. 4. Sorrel, also known as European sorrel, is an herbaceous green with a naturally fresh, tangy taste. It is especially suitable for gently supporting digestion, particularly for people over 60. As we age, poor appetite, slow digestion, bloating, or a heavy feeling after meals can become more common. The mild sourness of sorrel may help stimulate the taste buds, increase appetite, and support the body in starting the digestive process more effectively, especially during meals that feel bland or are high in fat. In addition, sorrel provides vitamins, minerals, and natural antioxidant compounds, helping add extra nutrition to the daily diet. The young leaves are usually easier to eat and can be used in salads, soups, light stews, or cooked with vegetables to create a fresh, bright flavor. For older adults, sorrel should be used more like a seasoning green, meaning in moderate amounts to support the meal, rather than eaten in large quantities at once. In terms of growing, sorrel is fairly easy to cultivate, tolerates cold well, and can grow in pots or in the garden. The University of Minnesota Extension recommends growing sorrel in a location with full sun and well-drained soil. It can be started indoors before the last frost, or sown directly outdoors in early spring. However, sorrel contains oxalic acid, also known as oxalate, so people with a history of kidney stones, kidney disease, or those who need to limit oxalates should use it with caution. WebMD also notes that consuming large amounts of sorrel may increase the risk of kidney stones in some people. We're already halfway through. Do these herbs feel familiar to you? If they do, let everyone know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever a new video is posted. 5. Chicory. Chicory is a very noteworthy herb for the digestive system, especially for people over 60. When bowel movements tend to slow down, the ability to digest fat may decrease, and mild constipation can occur more easily. The standout feature of chicory is its natural bitter taste, which may help stimulate the taste buds, support appetite, and help the body digest food more easily, especially after meals that are high in oil or protein. Chicory root contains inulin, a type of soluble fiber that acts as a prebiotic, helping nourish beneficial bacteria in the gut. When the gut microbiome is better balanced, digestion, absorption, and elimination may also become more stable. Because of this, chicory may be suitable for older adults who often experience bloating, indigestion, poor appetite, or mild constipation. In everyday life, chicory can be used as young leaves in salads, cooked like leafy greens, or prepared from roasted roots as a coffee substitute. Beginners should start with a small amount, because inulin may cause gas or bloating if the body is not used to it. In terms of growing, this plant can be grown in pots or in the garden. It only needs loose, well-draining soil, enough sunlight, and moderate watering. People with serious underlying intestinal conditions, those taking long-term medications, or those who are prone to bloating should use chicory with caution and consult a healthcare professional when needed. 6. Fenugreek. Fenugreek is an herb with special value for the digestive system, especially for people over 60, when the stomach and intestines often become slower, more sensitive, and more prone to bloating after meals. The standout feature of fenugreek is found in its seeds, because they contain a high amount of natural fiber, especially soluble fiber. When this fiber enters the digestive tract, it can absorb water and create a softer, smoother movement through the intestines. This may help support gentle elimination and reduce mild constipation. In addition, the slightly bitter taste and warming nature of fenugreek may help stimulate the taste buds, support the production of digestive fluids, and make meals easier to digest, especially after dishes that are high in protein, starch, or oil. For older adults who often have a poor appetite, a small amount of fenugreek in soups, stews, or warm tea may help the body receive food more comfortably. Fenugreek is also valued because it may slow down the absorption of sugar during digestion, which may help support blood sugar control in some people. However, high doses may cause diarrhea, nausea, digestive discomfort, or lower blood sugar too much. Therefore, people who are taking diabetes medication, blood thinners, or long-term medications should consult a doctor before using fenugreek regularly. In terms of growing, this plant can be grown in pots or in the garden. It only needs loose, well-draining soil, enough sunlight, and moderate watering. 7. Plantain herb. Plantain herb is a wild-growing herb that is very common in many parts of Europe and can be especially useful for the digestive system, particularly for people over 60. This plant stands out for its ability to soothe and protect the stomach lining, helping reduce irritation, ease mild inflammation, and support recovery when the digestive system becomes more sensitive. Thanks to these properties, plantain herb may help reduce discomfort, bloating, or a burning sensation after eating. In addition, plantain contains natural fiber and beneficial compounds that help support intestinal activity. This may improve digestion and contribute to reducing mild constipation. In everyday use, plantain leaves can be brewed into tea or added to simple dishes in moderate amounts. When used regularly, it may help the digestive system function more steadily and gently over time. In terms of growing, plantain herb is one of the easiest plants to cultivate. It can even grow on its own without much care. The plant tolerates cold well, grows strongly in many different types of soil, and can be planted in pots or in the garden. This makes it an ideal choice for anyone who wants to start growing herbs at home without needing much experience. However, it is important to harvest it from a clean environment and avoid using too much, in order to maintain balance in the body. 8. Bay leaf. Bay leaf is a familiar herb in European cooking, and it may also offer several benefits for the digestive system, especially for people over 60. Bay leaves contain natural compounds that may help stimulate digestion, support the body in processing food more effectively, and reduce feelings of bloating after meals. Thanks to their mild antibacterial properties, these leaves may also help the intestines function more steadily. In addition, bay leaf may help soothe the stomach and support fat digestion, making it especially useful after meals that are high in oil or fat. In everyday cooking, bay leaves are often used in soups, stews, or added to dishes to enhance flavor while naturally supporting digestion. When using bay leaf, only a small amount is needed because the aroma is quite strong. In terms of growing, bay laurel is a perennial plant that grows well in European climates and can be planted in pots or in the garden. It prefers sunlight, tolerates drought well, and does not require much care, making it suitable for beginners. Beyond its value as a cooking herb and digestive support, bay laurel can also be grown as an ornamental plant, with green leaves all year round. However, it is important to note that dried bay leaves should not be eaten directly. They should be used for cooking and then removed before eating to ensure safety. As you can see, taking care of your digestive system after the age of 60 does not have to be complicated, and it does not have to depend entirely on medication. With simple herbs that are easy to grow right at home, such as artichoke, licorice, mugwort, or bay leaf, you can support your body in working better in a more natural and sustainable way. The important thing is not to use as much as possible, but to choose the right herbs and use them consistently in reasonable amounts. A cup of herbal tea each day, or a few aromatic leaves added to your meals, can sometimes make a big difference in how light, comfortable, and healthy your body feels. Start with the smallest things: a plant pot on the balcony, a little green corner inside your home, and you may be surprised to see your health gradually change in a very natural way. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever a new video is posted.